Good morning to you, good morning to you. We all in our places with sun shining faces. Good morning to you, good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, how is everyone? How are you feeling? What is going on? I hope that you are well. That's some noise. I wasn't sure what it was, but I know what it is. Good morning. So how is everyone? How are you? Is everyone okay? Are you doing fine? Let me know in the comments how your weekend was. What did you do? And how you are today. I must say, hello Pav, good morning. I must say today I am not great. I feel very, very tired and there is something not right. I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's the spring. Usually, you know, when the spring starts, we tend to feel a bit weaker and tired, and I feel a little bit like that. And also just before we started, I had some technical problems with something and I completely got distracted. Almost didn't make it to our breakfast, but I am here, so I am really happy to have you here. Good morning, Alexandra, and good morning, Elżbieta, too. So, how was everyone? My weekend was very good and very bad at the same time, because on Friday it was the weather was bad and it was raining the whole day and it was quite cold too. So I stayed at home and I watched Selling Sunset. I don't know if you know that this show, it's on Netflix. I really, really like it. I mean, you know, it's not very good. It's not very good, not very smart, not very intelligent. But it's a perfect program to watch when it's rainy outside. It's, you know, you just want to stay on the couch and watch it. So I did that. On Saturday, my boyfriend and I went to Arisaira, which is a town maybe an hour drive from here, and we went there to see our hairdresser because we go there to a hairdresser. The problem here in Portugal is that when you are a woman and you have short hair like me, the hairdressers here don't want to cut your hair or do it very badly. It's really bad. I had it done before. So I have my favorite hairdresser there, so we have to drive there. And we went there. It's always a nice trip because Ericeira is beautiful. It's on the coast, it's on the ocean. Very nice. And we went for sushi. I love sushi. I hope that I don't know if you guys love sushi. Do you enjoy it? I love sushi. It's one of my favorite things and I can just eat it every day. Seriously, it's amazing to me. So I love it, and I had some sushi, and I also in the morning I had my COVID vaccination, and Saturday night was horrible. I had a fever. I had a headache. It was really bad. Yesterday I woke up, I really didn't feel well. So yeah, it was a tough Sunday for me. I was in bed. But I feel a bit better. Maybe that's why I don't feel 100% well today, because of that vaccination. I don't know. But now today I am getting better. I need to work today. You know, I had to get up for you guys. It's a good motivation to get up in the morning on Monday to have the breakfast with you. So, you know, it will be fine. Marzena says, I had a great weekend. I took part in yoga workshop next to which were fantastic people. I would love to go to a yoga workshop. I always, in Poland, we have a lot of them. Here in Portugal, they also have yoga workshops. But they combine it with surfing. So it's like yoga and surfing. And I love yoga, but I don't want to do surfing, and that's the only thing that I don't want to go because of that. I don't want to do surfing. I don't want to surf, so that's why I don't go. But maybe one day I will go in Poland somewhere. It's also a nice idea. It's always in the countryside. It's always nice. Alexandra says, my weekend was very busy. This morning when I woke up, I thought it is Sunday, and I was disappointed it's Monday. I'm sorry, that's the worst, right? When you wake up, it's like, I still have one more day, and then it turns out that, nope, it's Monday. Back to the reality. Actually, in Portugal today is a bank holiday, and my boyfriend is having a day off. Today I am working as normal, but yeah, today is I can't remember what it's called, but it's some kind of an Independence Day, I guess, something like that. It's interesting, but I prefer practice just Hatha yoga. Yes, for me too, Marzena. It is. I think they just want to add, they want to add more things so it's more exciting. Because, for many people, maybe they don't want to do yoga for 3 days all the time. They want to do other things. But really, I think it is for special people, right? So I think it's for a person who likes to do yoga, but also they are very active with other things and they want to learn other things. I am also like that, but not with sports. I don't really like skiing or surfing and things like that. I just prefer to safe. Yoga is very safe, kinda. So it is much better for me. Okay, so everyone, will you stay there for a long time? Yes, I'm staying here for a long time. I have been here for 5 years. And I bought an apartment last year, so I am staying here for long, yes, until I don't know, maybe another few years. We'll see. We love the apartment, and we live in a very small town near Lisbon, and it's very nice. We love it here, so I don't want to leave for now. We'll see what happens, Okay, everyone. So today we are talking about the Queen. What a subject. Because I think the Queen had her 96th birthday or something like that last week. And there were quite a few articles. I was thinking what we should do. I didn't want to do English for me is not only about Great Britain or America or things like that. It's just like a language that is very global. So I'm trying not to put too much pressure on the culture. But an article that I read was quite interesting, it was funny, and it was quite good. And from the article, I took some vocabulary and some grammar. So today we are going to look at that. You may feel much more safe than in Poland. To be honest, maybe, probably. I know that a lot of Polish people now want to move to Portugal because Portugal is at the end of Europe. It seems like it's a bit safer. Probably, I don't know. To me, it seems like I don't feel that it's so dangerous in Poland, but many people feel that they are not safe in Poland. So it might be that. Might be. I'm not really sure. I don't want to go back to Poland. I love living in different countries, and before I lived also in different countries. So But I am also not saying no because my boyfriend loves Poland and he loves going there, and he says he doesn't mind living in Poland either. So maybe one day we'll go back. Okay, so today we are talking about the Queen, right? What makes the Queen laugh? And what is the Queen like exactly? Czyli dzisiaj będziemy sobie rozmawiać o królowej i nie będziemy analizować artykułu. Jest tylko malutki fragment, w zasadzie scenka, która była z królową kiedyś, taka sytuacja, która jej się przydarzyła. I na tym przykładzie poznamy, znaczy nie poznamy, ale bardziej dla Was wiem, że będzie to powtórka z pytania z czasownikiem like. No i do tego podam Wam parę przymiotników, które są trochę bardziej zaawansowane, czyli będziecie mogli powiedzieć sobie na przykład, że ktoś jest poważny w trochę inny sposób niż używać tylko serious na przykład, nie? Więc trochę słownictwa dzisiaj, trochę gramatyki, no i oczywiście quiz na koniec, żeby nie było, bo quiz zawsze jest. Moi drodzy, chciałam powiedzieć, chciałam w ogóle podziękować tym, którzy przyszli na webinar Happy Hour. To był naprawdę, otrzymałam od Was feedback w zeszłym tygodniu, którym się tutaj podzielę pewnie w następnym tygodniu i nie spodziewałam się, że będzie on tak wspaniały. Lekcja, dla mnie to było pierwszy raz robienie czegoś takiego przez półtorej godziny prawie. Było nas mała grupka i to najbardziej Wam się podobało, że nie było nas dużo, bo mogłam poświęcić czas każdemu z Was osobno. I podobało Wam się w zasadzie, no i materiały, dostałam bardzo dużo fajnych komentarzy na temat materiałów, które użyłam, naprawdę bardzo serdecznie dziękuję. I w następny webinar będzie na koniec maja, 31. I chciałabym, żeby... To znaczy tak, chcę ten webinar utrzymać dosyć w małym gronie, żeby było trochę więcej takiego luzu i żebym mogła sprawdzić wszystkich wypowiedzi i Wasze prace i tak dalej. Więc na pewno będę przyjmować więcej osób niż przyjęłam ostatnio, natomiast nie będę przyjmować bardzo wielu osób. I nie wiem jeszcze, jaki do końca będzie temat webinaru, dlatego że też chcę spróbować robić webinary dla osób, które są na trochę niższym poziomie i które być może potrzebują takich trochę innych lekcji niż robiliśmy sobie. Będę eksperymentować i w końcu jak znajdę jakiś taki middle ground, jak to się mówi, to będziemy się tego trzymać. Na razie póki co, ale na razie nie wiem na jaki będzie to poziom i co to dokładnie będzie, ale oczywiście zawsze dostajecie, jeżeli jesteście zapisani na listę zainteresowanych, to zawsze dostajecie powiadomienie i zawsze dostajecie informacje na ten temat, więc będziecie mogli się zdecydować, czy chcecie przyjść na taką lekcję, czy nie. Zapraszam Was bardzo serdecznie do tego, żeby się zapisać. Nabrałam trochę więcej pewności siebie, jeżeli chodzi o te webinary, dlatego myślę, że będzie coraz lepiej. Alexandra says, webinar was great, can't wait for another one. I am glad to hear that, my dear all. Okay, so następna rzecz, oczywiście, czekajcie, bo tutaj, coś mi się przesunęło, zawsze mam taką ściągawkę trochę, właśnie, jutro jest webinar ze słówek, o 19:00 spotykamy się i uczymy się, jak uczyć się słówek. Więc podam Wam parę metod na to, jak uczyć się słówek, jak zapamiętać i odpowiemy sobie też trochę na pytanie, czy faktycznie to, że zapominacie słówek, to jest koniec świata, bo bardzo dużo osób o tym tak sobie myśli, że jak zapomnę słówek, których się nauczyłam, to jest po prostu, jestem do niczego i to jest po prostu... To mnie doprowadza do szału, takie podejście, naprawdę mnie doprowadza to do żału, bo uważam, że to jest po prostu totalne wbijanie sobie gwoździa, nie wiem, gdziekolwiek lub totalne się demotywowanie. Ostatnio i sobie też myślałam tak dzisiaj, nie? Że taki webinar, jak się uczyć słówek, dużo takich materiałów jest, w sumie nie wiem, czy wniosę coś nowego, ale wniosę na pewno, wiem to, doszłam do wniosku, że tak będzie. I przypomniało mi się, że w zeszłym tygodniu rozmawiałam z moją uczennicą Magdą, która się troszeczkę opuściła w chodzeniu na lekcje. I jeżeli takie rzeczy się dzieją w OK English, to nauczyciel mnie informuje, ja się wtedy z uczniem kontaktuję i się pytam, czy coś jest nie tak, być może z nauczycielem coś jest nie tak. Się okazało, że uczennica straciła jakby trochę zapał, dlatego że zapomina słówek. I to był powód tego, dlaczego przestała się udzielać i uczestniczyć w lekcjach. I dla mnie taki powód, moi drodzy, że nie zapamiętuję słówek, jest totalnie... Nie chodzę na lekcje, bo nie zapamiętuję słówek. Ja rozumiem, że ktoś może się zniechęcić i to faktycznie może przeszkadzać, ale to jest naprawdę i to jest w ogóle ostatni powód, w ogóle nie powinien być jakimkolwiek powodem, dlaczego przestajemy chodzić na lekcje, zapominamy, opuszczamy się. I bardzo, bardzo mnie to denerwuje, kiedy słyszę, że właśnie mój problem z angielskim jest takim, że zapominam słówek. Nie będę się tutaj rozwodzić, bo nie mamy na to czasu, żebym się rozwodziła nad tym, dlaczego takie podejście jest złe i niedobre i dlaczego nie macie racji. To jest też, bo ja Wam udowodnię, że nie macie racji. Ok? Więc jeżeli ktoś ma problemy ze słówkami, jeżeli ktoś ma takie podejście, że się denerwuje na siebie z tego względu, że zapomina słówek albo wydaje mu się, że się nie uczy, że nie idzie do przodu ze słówkami, to zapisujcie się na ten webinar. Nawet jak nie możecie jutro przyjść o 19:00, to będziecie mieli przez 48 godzin dostęp do webinaru, możecie sobie go obejrzeć później. Nie musicie być na webinarze o 19:00. Możecie przyjść później i możecie dołączyć do nas. Bardzo na to liczę, że ci, którzy właśnie mają taki problem, że ze słówkami, albo im się wydaje to, że przyjdą i posłuchają, co mam na ten temat do powiedzenia i być może Was przekonam troszeczkę. Być może Was przekonam, nie troszeczkę, a tak naprawdę bardzo i być może dzięki temu zmienicie trochę nastawienie do tego, jak się powinno uczyć słówek, chociaż wiecie, nie ma jednej metody, nie? Wszystko zależy od Was, ale być może zmienicie podejście do tego, jak patrzycie na własną naukę trochę, na naukę tego słownictwa. Dobra, i link zostawiam Wam w komentarzu, jak zawsze. Następnie chciałam ale podać Wam cudowny feedback, który dostaliśmy od Pauli, która jest naszą uczennicą od jakiegoś czasu. Paula mieszka w Wielkiej Brytanii i kiedy przyszła do nas, to miała bardzo duże problemy z tym, żeby się porozumieć w zagranicą, żeby na przykład zadzwonić gdzieś, pójść gdzieś, coś załatwić i uczy się od nas i tutaj już faktycznie dla Pauli należy się gratulacja, bo naprawdę Paula po prostu nie poddaje się, idzie do przodu, uczy się naprawdę bardzo pilnie i to jest naprawdę powód do tego, że Paula powinna być z siebie dumna. I Paula nam powiedziała, że czuje znaczną różnicę w obniżeniu poziomu napięcia, jak jest coś do załatwienia. Miałam intensywny czas z rozmowami telefonicznymi, administracyjno-urzędowymi i dawałam radę. Może nie z zero stresem, ale ze świadomością dogadam się, nawet jeśli czegoś nie zrozumiem albo coś będzie trzeba powtórzyć. Mam w sobie więcej spokoju dzięki temu, każde kolejne doświadczenie daje go więcej, nie mam spiny, jak idę się spotkać z osobami anglojęzycznymi, a to daje przestrzeń na nawiązywanie relacji. Plus bardzo mi się podoba, że bazujemy na tym, co mnie interesuje. Alana myślę, że załapała to dobrze. Dzięki podsyłanym treściom słucham, oglądam czy czytam z chęcią i przyjemnością. Chciałam się tylko z Wami tym podzielić. W ogóle dla mnie to jest mega osiągnięcie, jeżeli chodzi o uczennicę, jeżeli słyszę takie rzeczy, szczególnie jak mieszkają za granicą, bo to faktycznie jest wyzwanie. Ja wiem po sobie, że jak mam coś załatwić po portugalsku, to jest to dla mnie bardzo duży stres i bardzo duże wyzwanie. I ja wiem, że czasami nawet jak się jest na wyższym poziomie, to potrzebuje bardzo dużo odwagi i bardzo dużo takiego przyzwyczajenia obycia się z językiem i Pauli się to udało, bo wiem, że też się skarżyła, że chciałaby iść gdzieś na jakieś warsztaty, gdzieś poznać ludzi i tak dalej i nie mogła tego zrobić wcześniej, bo po prostu się bała. I dla osób, które mieszkają za granicą, takie przełamanie się, wyjście do ludzi, wykonanie telefonu gdziekolwiek jest naprawdę bardzo, bardzo ważne i jest to duże wyzwanie. I tutaj naprawdę, Paula, gratuluję Ci z całego serca, że tak Ci dobrze idzie i że udaje Ci się pokonać swoje słabości. Jeżeli mieszkacie za granicą, to też będę miała dla Was parę rzeczy w następnym miesiącu i będziemy sobie też mówić o właśnie przełamywaniu bariery, kiedy się mieszka za granicą i mam nadzieję, że będzie to dla Was wartościowe i ważne. I tu oczywiście przypominam o treningach angielskiej konwersacji. Jak Paula mówiła, dostajecie coś do słuchania, czytania zawsze. Paula oczywiście ma tutaj więcej pola do popisu, no bo mieszka w Wielkiej Brytanii i jednak otacza się językiem. Natomiast nauczyciele zawsze jeszcze dodatkowo, oprócz pracy domowej, na życzenie wysyłają dodatkowe rzeczy, które Was mogą zainteresować, które są dopasowane do Waszych zainteresowań i dzięki temu też otaczacie się językiem i macie większą ekspozycję na język, co jest dodatkowo również bardzo ważne. Też Wam ćwiczy słownictwo, gramatykę, różne dodatkowe rzeczy. Jeżeli chcielibyście się dowiedzieć więcej o lekcjach, to oczywiście zapraszam na stronę i możecie się skontaktować ze mną przez formularz kontaktowy, wysłać mi wiadomość, umówimy się na darmową konsultację i dobierzemy Wam nauczyciela. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know in the comments, but we're going to start our lesson. So today we are talking about the Queen. We are talking about the Queen and how she is exactly, what is she like in her private life. So I would like you to put in the comments, what do you think? Is the Queen funny or serious? And why do you think so? Leave me the answer in the comments. What do you think? Is she serious? Is she funny? Is she fun? Do you think that she can make jokes? Do you think she has a very good sense of humor? Let me know in the comments. So what I think, I usually think the Queen is very serious, and I think she has to be serious outside of her home because this is the protocol. And the protocol says that she cannot smile too much, or she cannot be, maybe she can smile, of course she smiles, but laugh. She cannot laugh too much, and she needs to be very distinguished, and she cannot just start just laughing about something, or she really needs to be quite serious. So I think she's very serious. Besides, I watched The Crown and it seems like she's also quite cold when it comes to her family, and she always looks after for her the more important is the country and not her family. That's what I think, but it might be different. So after the article I read, I changed my mind a little bit, I must say. I think I can imagine that she is not that serious. I can imagine that because she's British, so that's also a little bit, Agnieszka says, I think she's funny, but her position doesn't allow her to show it too much. Yes, exactly. I think so too. Now, after reading the article, I really think that this is the case. She is funny. She is She is probably a little different than what we see, but she has a very, very serious position and she really needs to, you know, be quite serious like that. Marzena says the queen is very serious, cold without emotions, and I thought that too. But it turns out that she is not that serious. You will see. Okay, so let's have a look at the question. The question is, what is she like? We had this question before. In Polish, we say, jaka ona jest. So when we talk about the character, when we ask about about someone's character, we ask, what is she like? What is he like, right? Like at the end doesn't mean that someone likes something. It asks about personality or character. Okay? Czyli jeżeli mamy like na końcu, to znaczy to nie jest taka utarta teoria, ale bardzo często, kiedy like jest na końcu, to nie oznacza, że czy my lubimy coś, lub ktoś lubi coś, tylko mówimy o tym, pytamy o to, jaki ktoś jest. Na przykład pytanie kolejne, które jest bardzo podobne, jest what is the weather like? Czyli jaka jest pogoda. I bardzo często jak pytamy naszych uczniów to ktoś, kto nie jest przyzwyczajony do tego pytania jeszcze, odpowiada yes, I like the weather today. A tutaj nie pytamy się o to, czy podoba Ci się pogoda, która jest za oknem, tylko jaka jest pogoda. What is the weather like? I to jest to samo pytanie, które jest tutaj podane, tylko po prostu zamieniamy podmiot. What is she like? Czyli jaka ona jest. And we have, let's say, 3 similar questions, okay? The first one is, how is she? How is she? How is she? Czyli co u niej? Jak ona się czuje? Tak samo jak how are you? Right? How are you is co u Ciebie? Jak się czujesz dzisiaj, tak? Jak Ci leci, right? How is she? Czyli jeżeli się, so if we meet Prince Charles, for example, we can ask, how is the Queen? Right? Means, jak się czuje królowa. Okay? Nie jaka jest królowa, ale jak się królowa czuje. How is the Queen? Next question is, what is she like? So, the same as before. Jaka ona jest? What is she like? And the third question is, what does she like? Czyli, co ona lubi? Tutaj mamy także like na końcu, ale już mamy does. I does zmienia nam całe zdanie. Czyli to zdanie nie oznacza, jaka ona jest, a oznacza, co ona lubi. Jeżeli w zdaniu jest is, czyli czasownik to be, MR, oznacza, jakie coś jest. Okay? What are you like? Czyli jaki ty jesteś. What do you like? Co ty lubisz. Okay? Czyli does, operator w zdaniu, does i is, zmieniają nam całą postać rzeczy. Całe znaczenie naszego pytania. Okay, so, I have the pictures from the last time. Never mind. Okay, so, what is the Queen like? Okay. Aha, jeszcze zapomniałam wspomnieć, jeżeli mówimy o królowej, to zawsze mówimy the Queen. Okay? Czyli bez the, jeżeli powiemy Queen, to mówimy o zespole Queen, tym z Eddie Mercury. Nie? Czyli zawsze, jeżeli mówimy o królowej Elżbiecie, mówimy the Queen. So what is the Queen like? People normally think that the Queen is solemn, which means formal and dignified. Serious, I think we know serious very, it's a very common word. Straight-faced. Straight-faced. Straight-faced means not overreacting to things. So if you are straight-faced, for example, my sister, My sister is like that. So my sister is very funny, and she is very sarcastic. And when she makes a joke, she doesn't laugh, which actually for me is even more funny. But we can say that my sister is straight-faced when she makes a joke. She knows it's funny, but she just doesn't laugh. Okay, so she is straight-faced, and the queen must be straight-faced. Okay, very often there are some in her life. She had some situations when she went abroad and when she went somewhere, and something funny or something stupid or something like completely random happened, but she could not laugh at this. Like, she could not like, oh my god, this is hilarious. She could not do that. Okay. Does it mean poker face? Yeah, it could mean the same. Yeah, poker faced. In here. So Agnieszka, good question. When we want to describe a person, we would say she is poker faced. Okay, so she is poker faced. But we can also say she has a poker face, like you said here. Okay, this is a difference. And here you can also say she is straight-faced as an adjective, or you can say she has a straight face. All right, so at the end, it makes you an adjective there. And the last one is pompous. Pompous. Pompous, as it means solemn, so we had formal and dignified, or self-important. So people who are pompous, they think that they are the most important people in the world. Okay, that they are just like, oh my gosh, bring me this water in a 20-degree temperature, and I want, sometimes celebrities are like that. They just want like the best things, and they keep themselves away from normal people, and they just want everything the best, and because they are the most important. So people think that the queen is pompous, that she's very, formal, dignified, and that she thinks that she's the most important person in the world. Excuse me. Okay, so today we have solemn, serious, straight-faced, and pompous. Now, but the people working with her say that her staff says that she laughs things off. So it means that she makes herself laugh about serious or bad things. Okay? So, for example, something bad happens to you, and I don't know, you had a car accident. Okay? So you had a car accident, and you come back home, and no one died, nothing that serious happened. You just scratched your car, let's say, right? And you come back home, and your husband is like, oh my gosh, are you all right? And you're like, I made such a bad mistake. It's okay, it's fine, it doesn't matter, it's okay. So you laugh it off, basically. So and also you can make jokes about something that you did, or something happened. Something serious happened, and you just like, well, whatever, So the staff, her people that she works with, they say that the queen laughs things off. Also, she doesn't take herself seriously. So it means that she can laugh about things she does. Okay, so for example, she can make jokes about herself, or maybe she sees something on the internet that is about her, and then she can actually laugh about it, and she thinks it's funny. She doesn't think it's like insulting to her. She isn't self-obsessed. She doesn't think she deserves the best things or is the most important. So before we said pompous, right? That people think that she's pompous, but her staff says she isn't self-obsessed. So she doesn't obsess about herself. She doesn't obsess about how she looks, maybe. She doesn't obsess about being the most important everywhere. I think she cares about the etiquette and she thinks about the formalities, but she doesn't really think that if something happens, it's the end of the world. She is a good mimic. She is a good mimic. She can pretend that she's someone else. She can do a good impression of Yeltsin. Okay, remember Yeltsin? He was the president, I guess, of Russia in the 90s. So she apparently can do a very good impression of him. So if someone is a good mimic, they can pretend they in a funny way, right? So in a funny way, we can just pretend that we are someone else. We change our voice, we change our body language. So apparently, the queen is a very good mimic. And the last one is she has a dry wit. She has a dry wit. This means that she's sarcastic and clever. A lot of British people have a dry wit. Okay, so it means that the sense of humor is very sarcastic. British people are very sarcastic in general. Their sense of humor is very sarcastic, and if you are clever on top of that, if you are smart, then you have a dry wit. Very interesting expressions, right? So people working with her say that she laughs things off, she doesn't take herself seriously, she isn't self-obsessed, she is a good mimic, and she has a dry wit. All right, so I wonder if this is actually something that you would imagine about the queen being like. I was very surprised. I thought that she is apparent, like I thought she can be maybe a nice person, but I didn't, for example, that she can do a good impression of Yeltsin. That's surprising. I would not know that, right? It's very surprising and funny. And also, I don't know if you remember the Olympics in the UK. It was in 2012, I think, or 2020. No, 2012, right? The Olympics in the UK, and the opening ceremony when James Bond went to the Buckingham Palace to pick up the Queen, and they flew in the helicopter and stuff. And apparently that was her idea. Okay, so she can be funny. She can be, she can laugh about things. It's very interesting to me. Okay, so. Do you think the queen is solemn, or do you think that she doesn't take herself seriously? Okay, so now you build a sentence that includes one of these expressions. Do you think the queen is solemn, or do you think that she doesn't take herself seriously? Czyli teraz budujemy sobie jedno zdanie z którymś z tych wyrażeń. Możemy użyć solemn, możemy użyć to take someone seriously. Okay, so if you want, you can put it in the comments. I really think now, after reading the article, after reading the opinions from the people she works with, I think that she doesn't take herself seriously. I really think, after the thinking about it, I really think that she is not very serious, and then she is not very solemn, she's not very pompous, self-absorbed, self-important. I think she's probably a very nice person. And a story for you. It's very short. On another private trip, shopping in Norfolk, a shop assistant told her, "You look just like the Queen." To which the Queen is said to have replied, "How reassuring." Okay, so the Queen went shopping in Norfolk, which is somewhere in the countryside, and she was wearing a headscarf, and she had a coat. She was very informal, looking like a normal person, and she went to a shop, and the shop assistant told her, "Oh, you look just like the Queen." And the Queen said, "How reassuring." This means that, oh, that's very good that I look like a queen, because now I am sure that I look like one. I look like the queen on TV. Okay, so apparently there in the article there were a couple of other stories about her when she was quite funny and she had some funny situations, and it was really, really interesting and hilarious. And this one includes an expression with like. Okay, I also want to, because we talked about the questions with like, and here we have a sentence, you look just like the queen. So you look like means you look like someone else. Okay, so you remind me of someone. Or if, for example, you have a brother or sister, you can say I look like my brother, or you can say I look like my mother or like my father, more like it than your siblings. So you look like, it means wyglądasz jak ktoś. You look like my brother. Okay, so what is she like? She is solemn. What does she like? She likes to laugh. A teraz, jak zadasz pytanie do odpowiedzi you look like? Czyli wyobrażamy sobie, że rozmawiamy z kimś i ktoś się pyta nas, czy wyglądasz jak twój brat, czy jak twoja siostra, lub ewentualnie, lub bardziej, nie ewentualnie, ale bardziej, do kogo jesteś podobny? Jak będzie to pytanie brzmiało? Do kogo jesteś podobny? Ok? Czyli odpowiadamy I look like my father, I look like my mother. Ok? Ale jakie będzie pytanie? Jak zadamy pytanie, które oznacza do kogo jesteś podobny? You look like your brother. Ok, good, Marzena, ale to nie jest pytanie. Okay? Zadajemy, to jest pytanie, to jest odpowiedź na pytanie, czyli ty wyglądasz jak twój brat. Pytanie, o które tutaj chodzi, jest do kogo jesteś podobny? Jeszcze raz. Do kogo jesteś podobny? Ok? Jak zadamy to pytanie? Dajcie znać w komentarzu, czy coś Wam przychodzi do głowy. Ok. Czekam na Wasze Patrycja, very good, well done. Patrycja, pokażę to na ekranie. Who do you look like? Who do you look like? Ok. To jest pytanie, które oznacza do kogo jesteś podobny. Kasia? Prawie dobrze. Prawie dobrze. Natomiast jeżeli używamy słowa look bez końcówki ing i chcemy operator, to musi tam być do albo does ewentualnie. Bo jeżeli na przykład się pytamy, do kogo ona jest podobna, no to będziemy mieli who does she look like. Prawda? A tutaj mamy who do you look like. Perfect. Very good, Patrycja, well done. Czyli tych pytań jest trochę, nie? Czyli what is she like? What does she like? And who does she look like? Czyli jeszcze raz. What is she like? To jest jedno pytanie. What is she like? What does she like? I who does she look like? Ok. Pokażę Wam 3 pytania, które mają like na końcu. Czyli what is she like, jaka ona jest? What does she like, co ona lubi? I what does she look like? Who does she look like? Do kogo ona jest podobna? I żeby nie było nudno, to jeszcze podam Wam jedno pytanie dodatkowe, ok, które oznacza, jak ona wygląda. How does she look like? Lub what does she look like? Znowu jest like na końcu. I to pytanie oznacza, jak ona wygląda. Czyli odpowiadamy, she is tall, thin, or she może być, sorry, nie looks like my brother, ignore that, she is tall and thin. Czyli dodatkowo jeszcze do tego, co mieliśmy wcześniej, dodamy sobie what does she look like? What does she look like? Czyli mamy teraz 4 pytania z like na końcu. What is she like? What does she like? Right? Who does she look like? I what does she look like? Ok, zaraz Wam pokażę na ekranie 4 pytania, które mają like na końcu. What is she like? Sorry for the spelling mistake. What is she like? What does she like? What does she look like? What does she look like? Who does she look like? Oh my gosh. Można zwariować, nie? Kwestia przyzwyczajenia, jeżeli chodzi o znaczenie tych pytań, kwestia praktyki. Jeżeli jesteście bardzo często, uczniowie są troszeczkę, można powiedzieć, zdezorientowani, kiedy ćwiczymy te pytania. Ale to jest tylko i wyłącznie kwestia praktyki, kwestia mówienia i kwestia pytań i odpowiedzi. Jeżeli ciągle się ktoś Was pyta o to samo, to w końcu za jakimś czasie klikniecie i po prostu nie będziecie mieli z tym problemów zupełnie, żeby zrozumieć pytanie. Kwestia tego, żeby to bardzo często powtarzać, bardzo często ćwiczyć w konwersacji z drugą osobą. Tylko i wyłącznie. Bo znowu możecie sobie to ćwiczyć w książkach gramatycznych i tak dalej, ale jeżeli tego nie będziecie ćwiczyć w rozmowie, w praktyce, to tak naprawdę nie będzie zbyt dużo postępów. Bo będziecie to ćwiczyć, to tak jak ze wszystkim, nie? Ćwiczycie sobie w książce, gdzieś jedziecie za granicę, czy nie wiem, czy spotykacie się z kimś i nagle ktoś Wam zadaje pytanie, a Wy po prostu blok. Przecież kurde, to ćwiczyłem, znam to słowo, nie wiem o co chodzi. Bo jak nie ćwiczymy w rozmowie, to tak naprawdę robimy pół roboty i to się zupełnie nie przekłada na umiejętności. Alexandra, I think she doesn't take herself seriously. She doesn't take herself seriously. When she makes a mistake, she can turn it into a joke, and I think she has a dry wit. Very nice. Well done. Doesn't take. Yes. Very good. Good job, Alexandra. Well done. Yes. Probably I would say I agree. She doesn't take herself seriously. I would agree with that statement. Right. So I would like to do a quiz, a short quiz, as always. So, the first one is, jak zapytasz, jak ona wygląda? What does she look like? What does she look? What is her look? A, B or C? Bardzo proste. Very easy, very easy. I think it's easy for you guys now. So, jak ona wygląda? What does she look like? What does she look? Or what is her look? Everyone says A, perfect. Of course it is. Easy peasy, come on. Right. Pewnie się, you probably know it's like, Joanna, come on. It's totally easy, right? So what does she look like? Of course, jak ona wygląda? What does she look like? What does she look? It's not a correct question. It's a wrong question. Of course, someone would understand if you ask. But it's not. What is her look? We can ask. It's a correct question, but it doesn't ask about the appearance. Okay? What is her look? Można zadać, jest to poprawne pytanie, ale ono nie oznacza, jak ona wygląda, tylko bardziej, jaki jest jej... jak na przykład ktoś gdzieś idzie na jakiś bal przebierańców albo nie wiem, cokolwiek takiego, albo na jakieś nawet wystawne przyjęcie, to można powiedzieć o tym, jak się ubrał, że to jest look. Okay? Czyli można powiedzieć, że na przykład jak ona się ubrała, albo nie wiem, jaki jest jej styl, można powiedzieć what is her look. Można w ten sposób się zapytać, natomiast pytanie B jest niepoprawne. Oczywiście nie ma takiego pytania. Next one. Jak zapytasz, co ona lubi? What does she look like? What is she like? What does she like? A, B or C? Today I haven't had my coffee yet. Can you imagine? I was too busy. What does she look like? Okay, so many of you. Okay, Patrycja, Aleksandra, Marzena, and Kasia. Yes, exactly. C is the correct answer. What does she like? What does she like is the correct answer. Co ona lubi? What does she look like? Jak ona wygląda? What is she like? Jaka ona jest? I what does she like? Co ona lubi? Alright, next one. A synonym of dignified is digit, formal, or solemn. A synonym of dignified is digit, formal, or solemn. What is it? What is it, my dear all? I think it's also easy. Today is very easy. It is a very easy quiz today. Patrycja and Alexandra were first. Agnieszka, Paf, very, very well done. Of course, it's solemn. It is solemn. Dignified, it is the same as solemn. Okay, good, good. Formal, not really. In certain cases, we could say that she's solemn and formal, but it's not the same. So solemn is the correct answer. He tells a joke and everyone laughs, but he is always very solemn, straight-faced, or pompous. Solemn, straight-faced, or pompous. What do you think? Solemn, straight-faced, or pompous? Agnieszka, Aleksandra, Paf, Patrycja, very, very well done. Very well done. Good job. Everyone says B. Perfect. Straight-faced. Moi drodzy, jeszcze 2 pytanka, 2 quizy, a w międzyczasie, jeżeli podobała Wam się ta lekcja, uczycie się czegoś nowego, to poproszę o serducha, kciuki w górę i podzielenie się tym live'em z innymi, którzy również chcą się uczyć angielskiego. She tends to when a situation is serious. Thank you so much. It helps her to cope with problems. She tends to take herself seriously, laugh things off, have dry wit. Okay? She tends to when a situation is serious. It helps her to cope with problems. What is the answer here? So Patrycja, Patrycja, Marzena, Alexandra has something else. Gorat, okay. So here B is correct, okay. B is correct. She tends to laugh things off when a situation is serious. Why? Because Alexandra, you said, and Paf said also something different. So Alexandra said C, have a dry wit. But when we have a dry wit, it's more permanent. Okay, so it's like our permanent characteristic. Every day, all the time, we have a dry wit. There should be have a dry wit. That's why even in the context it doesn't fit, because the person we are talking about here, they do it when the situation is serious, so from time to time and not all the time. Also, who said take herself seriously? It doesn't make sense in a context-wise, even though grammatically we could put it there, but it doesn't really make much sense. Nie brać siebie na poważnie, kiedy sytuacja jest poważna. Even in Polish it sounds a bit weird, right? So the only thing that suits here is laugh things off. Okay, so she does it when the situation is serious. And the last one, when a person is sarcastic, smart and funny, we say that they are straight-faced, are self-obsessed, or have a dry wit. Okay, when a person is sarcastic, smart and funny, we say that they are straight-faced, self-obsessed, or have a dry wit. Very good, everyone. So C is the correct answer. Of course, C is the correct answer. Yes, if someone is sarcastic, smart and funny, we say that they have a dry wit. I wonder if you know anyone who has a dry wit. My sister has a dry wit. She and my boyfriend I think I tend to have friends who have a dry wit because I really like sarcasm, and I like when people make jokes and they are very straight-faced, about it. I think that makes me laugh even more. And I love laughing, and I love stand-up comedies, for example. When I watch stand-up comedies, I like when the comedian is sarcastic, clever, and when they just don't laugh about it. Or sometimes when they start laughing, but they don't want to, but they start laughing, that also makes me laugh a lot. Okay, Patricia says that you are Patricia. Okay, good. I would love to meet you. I think we could be friends, probably, I think we could laugh together. Well, I could laugh at what you say because maybe you are straight-faced too. So maybe it's not. Maybe we wouldn't laugh together. Okay, all right. So finish. We are finishing slowly. And next week is the 2nd of May, but I think we can still meet up. I will check. I think because are you having a long weekend next week? Are you going away somewhere? Are you planning any holidays? Are you doing anything? I wonder what the weather is going to be like for you. Here in Portugal, it's getting better and better, but maybe something. I'm not really sure if it's going to be nice. On Monday, I think I will work. Maybe on Tuesday, I will take a day off. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't have any plans, I don't have any plans, and I just maybe I'll just stay here, go to the beach. Maybe we'll see what the weather's like. I'm going to the seaside, Patricia says. Oh, how lovely. That's nice. Have a wonderful stay there. I hope that you're gonna have a nice. I love the seaside in May, June. That's the best. And September, October is also a very good time to go. Marzena says I'm not going anywhere. Patricia says I miss the Baltic Sea. Yes, I miss the Baltic Sea too because I'm from Łeba. And I do miss it a lot. So have a wonderful time. I'm not really sure if we're going to meet, ponieważ, maybe in English, because our breakfasts are usually at 9 a.m. Polish time. For me, it is 8 a.m. So it's 1 hour before you. And it's Monday. It's also always quite hard for me to get up. And when I take some time off from breakfast, it's longer sleep for me on Mondays. But on the 9th of May, we will not have breakfast because I am going to England for a longer weekend. And I cannot do the breakfast on the 9th of May. That's why I think maybe next week we will meet instead. All right? Okay, good. So thank you very much, everyone. It was a pleasure. Było mi niezwykle miło, a tutaj jeszcze chyba widziałam Aleksandra coś. My husband is sarcastic and my younger daughter also starts to be. That's good. Well, I don't know if you like sarcasm. Apparently you probably do if your husband is sarcastic. So it's gonna be a funny journey there. daughter is starting to be the same. Yes, daughter also starts to be. To me, both sound like it's correct. Alexandra is starting to be, starts to be. It seems correct, both of them. I would say because it is a process. I would say that it's probably present continuous. It's a little bit better. Daughter is starting to be, maybe, but both I would say are correct. I don't see that there is much of a difference there. Okej, moi drodzy. Czekam na Wasze zgłoszenia na webinary. Mam nadzieję, że się zobaczymy na tych webinarach, że jutro się zobaczymy na webinarze. Będę dzisiaj i jutro wysyłać informacje dotyczące, gdzie się spotykamy, jak się spotykamy, linki i tak dalej, bla, bla, bla. I mam nadzieję, że się również spotkamy na konsultacji, na darmowej konsultacji i że zapiszecie się na treningi angielskiej konwersacji z naszymi native'ami, bo oni bardzo, bardzo, bardzo na Was czekają. I już są gotowi po bootcampie. Zawsze jest ten taki okres, gdzie jest troszeczkę wolniej i ciszej. I to jest zawsze fajny moment, żeby się zapisać, dlatego że macie bardzo dużo godzin do wyboru i nauczyciele są zawsze tacy flexi, więc możecie już teraz korzystać z tego, że jest naprawdę duża przestrzeń do tego, żeby zamawiać sobie lekcje o jakiejkolwiek godzinie i na spokojnie sobie bookować zajęcia. Przy bootcampie zawsze jest to trochę utrudnione, natomiast teraz jest super czas na to właśnie, żeby się zapisać, moi drodzy. Także czekamy na Was, czekamy na Was. Thank you very much for interesting lesson, new phrases and words. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Have a great long weekend in England. I am going next week, czyli on the 5th. I'm going on the 5th of May and staying until 9th. The Polish long weekend I'm staying here, that's why next week we will probably meet with my elder daughter. So see you. See you, Alexandra. See you, everyone. Thank you very much. Have a lovely, lovely day. Have a lovely week ahead. I hope that it's going to be amazing for you guys, and that you will have also a very nice long weekend if you are planning something, I don't know, going somewhere nice. So I hope that you are going to enjoy. Thank you, bye.